Welcome back to Fireplace Story. I'm Mrs. Charlotte and I look forward to sharing this book with you, from our home to yours. Today we're going to be reading When I Am Angry, written by Micheal Gordon and illustrated by Max Larran. This book is about a little boy who always gets angry, and lots of people are there to help him manage his anger. I know I get angry sometimes and it can be really frustrating. So this is a wonderful book to help you manage those anger problems. If you'd like a copy of this book, please have a look in the description below as we've added a link. Maybe you have this book already. Why don't you go and get it and you can read along with me? Before we start, should we see who's up on the fireplace today and joining us for story time? Let's have a look. Oh, first of all, it's a plane from Planes the Movie. I love that film. Secondly, it's a lovely game from Orchard Toys called Can You Guess? I love playing these games with my children. It's really good for taking turns and learning the rules. I know rules can be really hard sometimes, and they're fantastic for learning those really important steps in life. So remember, listen to the end as we've got a fantastic activity that goes along with this book. When I Am Angry. As you may or may not know, it's not fun feeling mad. It's even worse when you're angry with your mum or your dad. So, when anger comes around and wants to ruin your day, get rid of it fast so you can continue to play. For the most part, Josh was as sweet and funny as can be, except when he lost his temper, which was often, you see. Today's angry mood started just after morning play. Josh wanted cake before lunch, but his mum said, "No way." I'm sure you've had this situation before. I know my children always want lots of sweet snacks before lunch. Josh started to breathe heavily, his heart beating fast. He gritted his teeth and hoped the feeling wouldn't last. Mum taught Josh a trick to stop anger from ruining his day. Pretend anger is a ball and throw that ball far away. Poor old Josh, he really does look quite upset. Josh threw 3 big balls of anger as far as he could. Before long, it was all gone and Josh was feeling good. He sat down and ate lunch and had cake when he was done. Mum was proud that Josh had battled his anger and won. Well done, Josh. That's a really good tip. When you get really angry, have a go at throwing it away. When Josh was at the park with his sister later that day, they saw a black and white cat that Mum said was a stray. Josh wanted to keep the cat and take it home with them all. When Mum said no, Josh got angry. He threw an anger ball. That was good of Josh, he'd learned. Although it made him better, he was still really mad. So his sister suggested a trick she'd learned from their dad. Dad said, when you feel so angry that you just want to shout, take a deep breath, count to 4, and then let it out. Should we do that? Take a deep breath, count to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel better already. This worked for Josh. Soon he was back to enjoying his day, until he was in the front yard later trying to play. Some big boys were heading to the park to play in the sun. Josh wanted to go with them. He thought it would be fun. Dad said Josh wasn't big enough to leave his parents' sight. Josh felt angry. He clenched his fists and his chest felt tight. He tried all the tricks but couldn't manage it alone. So Dad breathed with him until he could do it on his own. It's lovely that his mum and dad are helping him. The next day, while out shopping, Josh wanted a new toy. When Mum said, "Not today," he became an angry little boy. He yelled, cried, kicked and stomped. He made a huge scene in the store. Mum took him out quickly and sat him down on the floor. I wonder if any of you have done this before. I know my children have. They took lots of deep breaths and made balls of anger to throw. Josh threw a lot of balls before his anger started to go. "It's fine to be angry," Mum said, "but don't let it ruin your day. I'm proud of how you've calmed down by sending anger away." The end. What a lovely book. I know I get angry a lot of the time. Not some of the time, a lot of the time. And it's really hard to manage. So this is a wonderful book on learning some tricks. I'm definitely going to be throwing my anger away the next time I get really angry. As promised, we've got a really wonderful activity to go along with this book. We've got a fantastic science experiment on how to create wonderful, big, exploding firebombs and volcanoes. Don't worry, it's all safe. There's a link in the description below. And remember to get your adult to take a photo and tag us in Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and we'll be sure to share your wonderful work. Remember, if you like this story, hit the like button and remember to subscribe as we release a new story every week and you'll be the first to hear about it. From our home to yours, until next time, bye-bye.